sector is clear.
Give us everything we got! All wings.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, this is the National Football League. We'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here. Now the kicker, Brandon Maddness, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big pickup of 38.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2, and they'll still try and run for it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Again, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw again, Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Bigsby will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Rashee Rice. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashes defense on that
right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Lawrence on 3rd down. He's going to have the first down and more than that. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. On the move past the 40. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll send Kirk in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get this down only to the 18. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Now Maddness for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. That's laid out deep for Rice. And, oh, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up third down. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 44-yard line, here's second down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on fourth down. They run for it with Bigsby. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At the 20.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Complete to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Back to throw. Lawrence. A short throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Lawrence with a completion to Kirk. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Lawrence. His pass caught at the 4. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Aluakon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Keeps himself upright. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll let it go deep left side. That is incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. That's laid out deep for Rice. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The risk for great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 8. Here's Lawrence. Gets this quickly to Ingram. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon Maddness for the Jaguar field goal. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain well behind.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! Jerick McKinnon, 58 yards. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
This complete to Jones.
Now 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Lawrence will throw. A short throw to Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they will remain well behind.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 59 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college, you know, by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
McKinnon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. You wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Lawrence. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. And to throw again is Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Back to throw again. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
After the touchdown, here's Maddness now to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
His throw incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw. Defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Lawrence.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
A short throw to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll look to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
The tackle there by Trey Herndon.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, and that is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.